Hey, how we doing, everybody? Relly and Teach ready to preach. Relly and Teach at night. How's everybody doing tonight? Teach, how are you?
Tired. Easy way of putting it.
That is very rare for you to say, I will say.
I've already had 3 cans today and did not get me caffeinated and alert.
You mean 3 cans of Rise, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, aren't those 200?
Yep.
So you're like, technically you're under what your usual amount is, but.
Though on that similar thing, because you just brought up, have you seen any of the updated cans?
Updated cans of the Rise?
Mm-hmm.
I have not. By the way, Britt, big fan of the show for those who are listening. He actually got his hands on the Rise Country Town Lemonade.
Nice.
And he said it was solid, and he was definitely going to put that in rotation of what he consumes. Sarah, Ty, Bugnast, how we all doing?
I believe the Country Time ones already have the new look.
I would imagine so. But I got to see what this new can looks like.
So these are the OG that everybody kind of knew, that we kind of showed off, tried, reviewed beforehand.
My favorite.
And then their new Baja. It's a little bit of a lighter bluish coloring. They went with the new design because their whole idea was less colorful stuff, I guess, in a weird way of saying it, less attractive with the whole kids thing. But their main thing was that, like, hey, if you're putting it up on a shelf in a fridge at a convenience store, this part and under usually gets cut off. So this allows them to actually see their labeling. So that's the Baja. And then this is Kool-Aid.
So the only thing, and because we're constantly going about this, let me get some background sound here. So
a little green screen.
So my only thought of all of this, right, is anytime you see a Kool-Aid man on a can or on a tub of anything, in my opinion, it's going to be very hard for a kid, just a kid, to say, hey, look, Kool-Aid. Is that just...
What?
It's going to be hard for a Kool-Aid man to be on anything without a kid going, oh, hey, look. Can I drink that?
I think they took that into consideration, but I think it's more just for the marketing standpoint of beforehand, if you had closed up the one area, then you hardly saw the name of the brand. So in a shelf, you probably just saying SE. You don't see this bottom half. And there's no flavor on the top.
So you can read it better.
Yep. So now this way, if this is on a shelf and it's blocked off, you see it's Rise, you see the flavor.
I understand. And mind you, if anyone is wondering if they're not up to speed with what's going on, this isn't a lawsuit by some Karen. This is the FDA going, guys, what the hell are we doing here? So it doesn't matter because the FDA is the FDA, just like how the FCC steps in with your favorite program on TV.
FCC won't let me be.
Or let me be me, so let me see. I know. By the way, did you actually see what I actually I sent it to a couple guys, but did you actually see me hit this with a golf club?
I don't think I did.
So, you know how now I don't work for Dubby, I don't do anything like that, but I actually came up with this funny campaign idea. Let me just pull it up or whatever, but in the meantime, I actually was doing a lot of monster comparisons and Teach. I'm not sure if you've had the Reserve Kiwi Strawberry.
I've not had it yet, no. I have access to it, but I haven't had it yet.
So I would recommend you trying this. So I understand that you're concerned about sugar, and 28, not bad in comparison, but I know how you are. But if we're going by the taste factor, just taste alone, I will say this. I'm going to take the kiwi strawberry. I'm sorry, the the Reserve Kiwi Strawberry Reserve. I'm taking it over the Strawberry Dreams.
I even bought this, which I guess is newer-ish within like the past month-ish.
Yes.
I haven't tried this either. But it's supposed to be another peach flavor from Monster. I guess I really wonder how the nitros differ, because you have Ultra Peach, you have Peach like Lemonade, which was their Rehab line, which I'm a big fan of, and now this is Cosmic Peach.
Interesting.
At least Monster is a good company out there with some peach flavors.
Very true. Very true. Let's see. I'm trying to. Let me see if I could find it and just send it to you, and I'll pull it up that way.
Now, the Nitro line, that has 50 grams of sugar.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I mean, that's regular Monster for you.
Wait, regular Monsters have 50 grams of sugar?
This is a regular Monster can. I did a comparison with this and the new Zero and the green, font. This has 54.
Okay, so I've tried the new green Zero sugar. It's not bad.
I prefer the Zero over the regular, personally. Now, some people might jump at my throat for that, but I mean, it is what it is. So I'm just going to show everybody this thing real quick.
And other new... Oh, okay. We got up. Oh, I saw the picture. I didn't see any... Yeah, I did see his picture.
This whole thing about Big Bully Energy. So here's me swinging a Monster can with a golf club. Me with, I got my golf sweatshirt, a cigar, my fedora on. And what happens? You drive Big Bully Energy. No one else. It was just a running gag, and I sent it to one of the guys from Freshen Up, and they laughed hysterically about it. But yeah, so how was that Monster Nitro Peach, you think?
Oh, I haven't had it. It's still sealed.
Ooh. Well, I guess we'll move on to what we do have open, and that is, well, I tried this, and if you want to know how I felt like this, you saw it either in a certain Facebook group or on TikTok. But Teach, want to give this baby a try?
I don't think you reviewed it on the show.
I didn't review it on the show, but I wanted to save it. I did for the TikTok, and I was waiting for you to try one of these. I'm glad you got your hands on it.
Smells good. I mean, honestly, so for those that didn't know, we have tried a lot of the Reigns on the show. And again, if you don't know, Monster owns Reign. And majority of the time, I don't know if they're just using Reign as another brand for them to try and experiment with flavors, but I typically rather go to Reign to drink something rather than Monster. I've never been a huge fan of Monster.
Is that because Monster has that signature taste? Is it caffeine content wise? Or
it's mostly that signature Monster taste, and I just feel like Reign's taste better.
Which is a shame, because there's been so many flavors that Reign has made that I've never got to try. Like that lemon drop. I'd love to try that. I mean,
they have a lemon drop
candy. Yeah, they had a lemon drop flavor. I think it was called lemon something.
Did they discontinue it?
Yeah. Carnival candy was apparently their cotton candy. I've wanted to try that. That's discontinued.
Damn. I didn't realize they were around that long to discontinue that.
Yeah, if you actually look at, let me just see, up their website, but I mean, if we go explore the flavors, and they'll be like, oh yeah, try going here, try going there. So apparently on the market, let's see, core flavors, Inferno new. If you go to products, it only shows, I think Cherry Limeade and the Late Shade ones are being discontinued. The Red Dragon and the Watermelon Warhead, those are, I consider, pre-workout. So essentially, there's really only 6 flavors of Reign at the moment, which is kind of sad.
I mean, I drink a lot of that rainbow sherbet by them. That flavor is goated.
Did they redo their website?
But nonetheless,
Man, dude. They changed their website, dude. Because it used to show all the flavors, now it don't.
Tropical Storm Rain. Has good smell. I don't know what that flavor is though. I want to say it's a little bit of orangey, but I also want to say it's like a little bit of more mandarin orange than it is orange. Does it say on there what it's supposed to be? Kind of like a Monster does?
It does not. So the way that because I remember Caffeine Man was saying that he tasted a little bit of kiwi. I don't get that.
There's no kiwi.
None. I thought this was going to be kiwi and then something else. And I'm like, I'm down for kiwi. You know me. Especially since I got a bunch of kiwi Monster Hydro in my garage. But
honestly,
I got orange, lemon, and lime. That's what I got.
After seeing that man's like top can of 2023 like review or whatnot, and seeing what his top cans.
Oh, Teach, you froze, dude. Damn. Geez. That's a first. That's the first time in a long time Teach has actually froze up. I actually gotta get him back into this, see what he's got going on. Let me try this for a moment. Teach, you there? Huh, son of a bitch. Hold on, let me see if I can. There you are, Teach. Okay. You froze when you were about to have your Caffeine Man take.
I would say like everything just like fully. I don't know why. When I saw what his top cans were for 2022 and like what he thought was the best and the worst, like his opinion validity just went out straight out the window to me.
I agree. There's some things where I'm kind of saying to myself, I'm like, really? There are certain things that there's some things that are very bold too. Like he did his top 10 worst energy drinks, and to my surprise, you know what number 4 was? Watermelon Celsius.
I haven't had any Celsius.
I know, but think about it. Has there ever been? Now listen, you know my bias as long as we've been doing this show.
Mm-hmm.
But has anyone sat out with their chest and said, one of the worst energy drinks I've tried is anything watermelon?
Not that I recall.
Never.
So, before I give my rating, go in depth, because I did look up the flavor, what were your thoughts on Rain Tropical Storm?
Me, I'm not sure how often I'd go back to this, but I think it's very good. I give this a 4 stars out of 5.
Because looking up the flavor description on the website, this is right up your alley. Tropical Storm by Rain. This is a citrus blast of orange and pineapple, light in body with a soft, effervescent finish. Perfectly paired citrus flavors bring this tropical blend to the mainland. Straight from the website.
I wasn't getting any pineapple. I got orange, lemon, and lime.
I didn't. So I think I think you're mixing the lemon lime with pineapple, because the orange is so up front. But I can now reading that description, I can definitely get the pineapple. It's not like heavy. It's mixed in with the orange.
So maybe it's just maybe it's a certain orange and it's giving it another note to it. But yeah, I enjoyed it, man. Like me, you know how I am. I'm not going to 300 milligram cans too often. Like for me, when it comes to 200, that's kind of like my max, unless I'm home and I'm gradually sipping it throughout the day. But it was good. It was a good time.
Oh, see, I typically wake up, start chugging a 300 milligram can, then I get to work. About an hour or two later, start chugging a second one.
To be honest with you, there's some times where I'll go throughout my day and like there'll be times where I'll have like a little shaker or something left in my car, but obviously it's cold and everything else. But I mean, usually that's not the case. There's sometimes where it's like, hey, 11, 12 o'clock, I take my first sip.
So,
And that's a shaker, mind you. So I mean, it's just a little different when the adrenaline starts flowing. It's much different.
I pretty much have been typically a big fan of Rain. I do like this flavor. Reading the description has really brought it more to life for me because it is heavy orange up front. It's a very good orange, but it's a little bit of that pineapple on the back end mixing with the orange. So it's not like a punch you in the face pineapple. It's very light. Solid 7 out of 10.
And that's very good because I mean, again, Rain has never disappointed you at all.
I haven't tried all of them because there's some I've been saving to try on the show. Like, was it Blue Razzle Dazzle or whatever the heck?
Blue Raspberry is one of the best blue raspberry cans on the market.
I haven't tried it yet, but I know I'll save that for the show. But I always go back to the orange sherbet. The white grape or white gummy bear is real good.
This might be hot. This might be cold. This might be whatever. I think the Wainwright Gummy Bear is probably the most overrated energy drink can on the market.
Really?
Yes.
Simply
because there's so many people saying, "Hey, dude, if you're trying the Rain line, it's so good. This is the best one." Now, I think this was before the sherbet, and I think this is obviously before the tropical storm. But between the Razzleberry, the Melon Mania, the Orange Dreamsicle, the Cherry Limeade, I haven't tried the Cherry Limeade yet. But out of the four, the White Gummy, the Blue Raz, the Melon, the Orange Dreamsicle, the White Gummy to me is just okay.
I think it's good. I think it definitely goes like sherbet, probably White Gummy. I haven't tried the Blue Raz yet. Haven't had the Cherry Lime.
Well, I mean, just to clarify to James in the comments, I'm a sucker for pineapple. I still got an OG sealed tub of Ballad Juice in there. That is one of my favorite G Fuels. That's what really got me into G Fuel. I've had a lot of good times with that tub. And just simply put, when it comes to my end, when I have gummy bears and I go to the deli, what happens with me is, personally, I like to use the cheaper brands, the more local brands, because they actually have legitimate flavors in there. Whereas the regular, like the Haribo gummy bears, it just tastes like hard cough syrup.
I have to.
I'm sorry, corn syrup.
I have to 100% agree with our mod's take. Any Prime Energy is more overhyped than White Gummy Rain. 100% agree.
Well, this also was before Prime came out, but yes, I think it probably. Okay, so of course I knew our mod was eventually going to catch me with my foot in my mouth at least a few times. So let me clarify. Before the Prime cans came out, to me the most overrated energy drink can in the market was the Rain White Gummy Bear. But now you could easily list any of the Primes, and I said it on this show, and so many people want to disregard it, but I just said this. If you have a hard time finding the Prime cans, if you are going to overpay for the Prime cans, come on, dude, you're in the UK, just fucking buy Sneak.
You're talking about UK people, though, and that can't be a thing in the US because, like, every gas station, every place by me is Prime right now, and I never once feel like reaching for it.
Well, also, there's not the Americans that are paying out the yin yang for it. I'm talking about those people in the UK that are getting screwed and a half.
Well, you see, because it's the off topic, not something on topic that we normally talk about. You got to remember who they're each connected to. Here in the US, our side of it's connected to a Paul brother who is heavily disliked. The other side of it in the UK, you have KSI who is heavily loved by them.
Well, also, the other Paul brother, he's being cherished because of his, some people say his fights are fixed. I don't know what it is, but me personally, whatever the opinion on his, I just know this. There's certain people around when it comes to Prime. Listen, I will say this as a New Englander, as a New Yorker, as an American, overrated. For somebody in the UK that's going to, I'm sorry, I thought you guys didn't appreciate celebrities over there. Or So I've been told. I think that's a bunch of crapola at this point, but again, I can't believe that people were going through the hoops for all that. That's despicable to me.
I say on the comment of saying with Gatorade Energy to compete with Prime, I see that everyone don't care to try it. I would actually say try Gatorade Energy. I sincerely, we have tried a few of them on the show now. I think we each had 3 or 4 now, and those were surprisingly really good. I was really surprised by Gatorade. I would rather pick that up over Prime any single day of the week.
I could agree there. Okay, so what's Ty got for us? They're trying to make the US pay out the ass for the UK exclusives, max that market. I know that KSI did a mango. It was a case of UK exclusive, and again, it sucks when you have exclusives like that. And I actually looked around for Sneak Peach Iced Tea, and I'm not sure if it's sold out or if it just wasn't available for the US site, but I didn't get my hands on it clearly. But I mean, there's a good chance that I just missed out. I mean, it just is what it is. You're gonna have competitive markets no matter what, but
and it's a healthy thing to have a competitive market because a monopoly is not what you want.
Correct. And that's why a lot of people say, they're like, oh my God, how come you're not faithful towards the brand? Number one, we got to keep everybody accountable. Number two, you can't just half-ass flavors, because if you look at Faze Clan with GFuel, half of their flavors seemed half-ass to me. Because if you're going to listen, Fazeberry, they called it Midberry. If you look at Faze Area 51, we both hated that. Exactly. I mean, you just go down the line. You just kind of go, guys, we need something better. What the hell are you doing? Like, what are we doing? But with that said, what I have to me is this.
Admittedly, I probably could have drove to my GNC that's like 20 minutes away to go see if they had that, but I did it today.
Okay. Well, listen, so currently I am under the weather. You may not see it on my face, but I am going underneath. I don't know. My system definitely isn't right, but we will see how this goes, Teach. Faze Pop from Ghost. Flavor-wise, I mean, I love everything Rocket Pop. So, I mean, I've been hearing that this is part of the bottom with citrus.
I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on this.
Okay. And for a control, we have a Fazeberry can.
It is a completely different flavor, but really he's using that for another topic that he's adding on to reviewing this. I'll probably try to grab a can and review it myself next week.
Jesus Christ. Britt. Killing me. All right. First thought. It smells weird. It smells weird. It just smells like sweetener. Like, I don't get any smell to it. I don't get a certain note.
So would you say it smells like overhype? Did Ghost do a secret like punch in the face at Faze? Like, it's just overhyped, but you make money, so we did this collab with you. I do have a can of Cherry Limeade Ghost because I think Relly's reviewed it on the show. I haven't reviewed that one myself. Then again, I don't drink much Ghost.
It's very lime heavy, and again, I don't know what the hell this is, man, but I just literally taste something sweet, and that's it.
So, a true like red, white, mono bomb pop of a sort of a flavor is supposed to be white cherry, blue raspberry, not lime.
No, I thought it was blue raspberry, lime, and cherry.
I think the lime represented the white. I could be wrong though, but I swear it's cherry, white cherry, and then blue raspberry.
So granted, I've gave a lot of good praise and a lot of confidence for certain brands doing a bomber pop. And I said, G Fuel, why the hell have you not tried this? And I think we've remember we did a thing on the show where we said if we could have only 5 energy drinks in rotation, both of us said Juju Bomber Pop.
Yeah, Juju Bomber Pop's real good. That stuff was real good.
If I was to rate my grades out of a 10 scale, it would be a 10 out of 10.
Honestly, that is the best Juju.
That is literally the go-to Juju. And me personally, I love the blue raspberry. That's the second best flavor. But the Bomber Pop is goated. And Teach doesn't like the Focus line, but I thought Advanced GG Focus, the Rocket Pop, the collab with Splitgate, I thought that was phenomenal. Captured everything brilliantly. Do I
haven't
like
had
Juju's better? Yes. But I love the Splitgate line. But even with that said, right? A couple sips through.
I say I haven't had the Focus from Advance for Bomber, but the like majority of the or Focus stuff I've had from Advance, I've been not impressed by at all. But I really not last week, the week before, I really was a big fan of their hydration though.
Probably the best hydration you've had.
Yeah.
So I get just too much of a light flavor. I mean, does it have to be room temperature in order to taste good? I mean,
I feel like nothing should have to be room temp to taste good because you would want it to be cold.
I really want to like this, but I'm struggling with it.
What all are you tasting?
I taste sweetener. Like, you know how there's artificial sweetener? You know how their Ghost has that signature taste of the artificial sweetener?
Mm-hmm.
I taste just that and this very light. I can't identify it.
It's just lime.
Maybe is it like the finest light of a cherry? I don't know. But this is mediocre at best. I hate to say it, but I mean, I hope the powder's better. But I mean, I will say this. Listen, the snow cone can by G Fuel, when it's good, is much better. But when it's bad, does this taste like cough syrup? No. But that will take the, listen, this can is 2 stars. A bad snow cone can is 1 star. A snow cone can is 4 stars.
I had a feeling you were going to give that a 2.
I'm disappointed. So far, now listen, we can't document everything because we'd have to go back and there's so many hours we'd have to do. Like if we were to do our rewards, like throughout the year, we got basically 50 to 75 hours of stuff to go back on.
Honestly, thanks to our mod, we've been tracking all the flavors coming out this year by companies so that way we can make end of the year content even easier.
And thank God for Ty, he's an absolute savior. But with that being said, this so far is the disappointment of the year. So far. And again, I don't know if the powder is going to be better. Eli, I hope you could, if you ever get your hands on this, I hope you could verify it. But let's have this a control because this was the can that everybody hated on. And again, I hate when people use the term mid because I have no idea if it means just okay, if it's mediocre,
no,
or
mid
if
means
it's
like
bad.
Mid doesn't mean like bad. Mid means like it's just like it's mid. It's right there in the middle. Like it's okay. It's nothing great. It's mid.
Most people I know that use the word religiously, and especially those with the meme personalities, they talk it down like it's shit. So with that, well, this seems cold enough. I haven't had a Fazeberry can in a long time.
Now, Relly, explain to the viewers why you are trying Fazeberry when it's a vastly different flavor compared to the Ghost one.
Well, simply put, this is Faze Clan's first flavor with Ghost. And the way that this goes, I think there's going to be many flavors to come. I have no idea if that's going to be in can or in powder, but it is what it is. Now, if they stayed with G Fuel, and it's very clear that G Fuel did not expect Faze Clan to leave. It is very clear, and even now, we're still seeing cans of flavors, and it's a wrap, and you peel it off, and you're going to see a Fazeberry label. We've been seeing it with Sage Mode. We've been seeing it with many other flavors. This here is the first Faze Clan can, and I think there could have been more, which also begs the difference of when the DBZ collab came out. If Faze Clan was still around and with G Fuel, there were two Faze flavors that got reskinned. It was originally Faze X and eventually became Faze Freeze. And then Area 51 ended up becoming, what the hell is it called?
Hidden Power.
I thought Hidden Power was the Faze X. But it was something else, not important. But two Faze flavors got reskinned into the DBZ collab. And if Faze Clan was still at G Fuel, I wonder if they would just stick with the Kamehameha or if they would do two other flavors or two new reskins of old flavors. It makes you wonder. And again, I don't want to overthink it too much because otherwise I go freaking nuts. This is the control factor.
Is do you think Faze had this idea initially and that they would have went through it with G Fuel?
It's hard to say, but the fact that G Fuel still doesn't have a Rocket Pop to this day, I think it might have been in planned. And when they had like the Faze contest of who's going to join, and magically overnight all the G Fuel stuff gets replaced by ghost cans, like something was in the works. And especially after knowing that some flavors take such a long time to produce. I mean, heck, I'm hearing that who knows how long this can flavor could have been taken for. And fun fact, I actually found out on Twitter, Dubby actually tried their first can sample, which surprised me. They're like, listen, guys, this costs a lot, whatever, but I tried the first sample. The can's blank. I think it would honestly be Dragonade because that's how it started, but you know, I always get hesitant with a carbonated lemonade. I think they could pull it off if they really wanted to.
I don't know. It's Dubby after all.
I know. But I mean, again, it seems like there's new powdered energy drink companies coming out by the year. In fact, hold on, where is it?
See, now, for as basic as it technically was, I was always a fan of Fazeberry.
I was too, because it was a comfort flavor.
Yep, that can was always an easy go-to. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything bad. It was just an easy sip.
And it's okay for it to be a good comfort flavor. Speaking of, Teach, I'm going to be sending you these. I actually found this out. So this constantly came onto my Facebook page every ever so often.
Alti.
And the reason why I looked into this is because if we go by Raindrop, their lemon flavor, G Fuel never made a sour demonade can. They haven't sold sour demonade in a while. Juju discontinued their lemon drop. That was one of their first three flavors. This is the only lemon drop energy drink powder to my knowledge on the market.
So, really, let me give you my thoughts. Because when I see that packaging, you know what exactly it reminds me of?
Are you talking about the U logo?
No. So you know how there's a company, and I know you know this, called Aldi, and they make off-brand stuff. Like they have the off-brand Monster Ultra Zero.
Well, I thought that, right? And I understand what you mean it would be by Aldi. But the problem is I have with that is because if you remember, and by the way, Blinga is actually going to be taking that Aldi's. Remember we had the Aldi. They're called Summit.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking that white can with him to work tonight.
But that reminds me as if that would be sold at Aldi's because it's their off-brand of a brand.
Actually, if you look at the U, my thought is, now listen, I think it would be off of like some sort of sci-fi game or something like that. But my thought is, because you know how Monster sues the ass out of everybody? I'm surprised where they said, hey, Monster Ultra. No, this is Ulti.
Well, Ultra and
Which-
Ulti are different. They
But-
couldn't, like, Monster
if-
couldn't sue on that.
My thought is it sounds too similar. If it sounds too similar and they're in the same industry, you do have a case. I know this because I actually know this actually happened with a skateboarding thing. So apparently there was a rise and it was too similar to something else. It was like a syllable off. So if it's Ulti and Ultra, they might say, hey, it's too similar. It's one letter off. I'm not having it. But one thing that I found interesting, and thank you, Ty, for bringing this up because I caught this as well, is now I've seen this in Advanced GG. I've seen this in Glitch Y.
Mhm.
This also has the new level in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of, now again, I just love comparing ingredients, all that. And at the end of the day, taste and performance really makes it
Now,
what it
for
is.
the record, as to why you bring that up, is because there's nothing wrong with new level. It's more that Advanced GG tries to promote and advertise it, like, hey, we're the only one with this ingredient. We're the only ones with this trademark.
Correct. I don't have one of those tubs near me, unfortunately. That's back in the cabinet. But the fact that it said it, one of the things in it was trademarked, I wondered. And I have no idea also how much, as far as dosage of the new level ingredient, I'm not sure what the right dosage is either. So what we have here
How much is in there?
is, so if we go by just this one packet here, right? Let's see. 12 to 16 ounces of water or beverage of choice. That's the first time I've seen beverage of choice in there. Simply because I don't see lemon drop or blue raspberry bean in milk. Please don't give me the details. It's just not my cup of tea.
How much new level in it?
1600.
1,600 milligrams.
That's what it says right here. New level. 1600 milligrams.
What the frick?
Technically, we can curse on the show because if you're a 12-year-old
yeah.
kid consuming energy drinks, please advise. seek
How?
help.
What's the serving size of that? How many grams?
The serving size?
What's it?
14 grams. Hold on, I'm grabbing my glitch tub. I see that look on your face.
The reason why I bring that up is because I feel like there's something else in there.
So just to let everybody know, if you didn't see this on last show, this is the glitch cherry bomb from the gamer line, and
So
a couple samples is going to teach. This is very good. This is a 5-star flavor.
Keyword, that's from the gaming line. I have the Pro series right here. But the reason why I asked this is because Glitch has 1,600 milligrams if you are two scooping it, which is 9.5 grams. Otherwise, there's 800 with one scoop with 4.75 grams. You said that was a 14-gram sample?
Yes.
I just
can't
feel
read
like
from
there's
there.
extra filler in there or something. For 14 grams, only have
So
600.
in here, there's no new level.
There's
not
no
in
new
the
level in the
gaming
gaming series. The gaming series
Correct.
is completely different. I haven't tried them all yet because I'm slowly trying to get them all in one by one.
So you should
My-
be having the blue raspberry come in. What I would do when you get them, try one in a 12 ounce and one in a 16 ounce, because you will literally get a regular blue raspberry and a sour blue raspberry.
So I guess I'll ask this before you go more into Alti. Because you've had the black cherry now from the gaming line.
Correct.
Does it taste more similar to Glitch V1? Does it give you that reminiscence of Glitch V1?
No.
No?
No.
Interesting.
So again,
wait, I can't, like, it's a weird way of saying because they never had a black cherry for V1.
So the thing is, right, if we go by Glitch V1, I guess we could say, right, if that's what we want to call it, that had the sit back in your lap going, oh my God, this tastes so good. It tastes good, but it doesn't have that effect where it makes you feel like you're sitting on a cloud.
So how many servings does it say on the packet for Alti?
One.
One serving, 14 grams.
Yes.
Wow.
Also, I think it's more like Juju where it's a little more grainy.
Okay.
Because you know how some of these, they kind of feel a little more fluffy? Like if I go to this glitch packet, this aim assist was actually included in the, this is included in the,
I guess aim assist is
cherry bomb.
correct.
Yes, it is. This is phenomenal. But this is definitely more grainy.
If you want to try some of it, go teach.
So since you have that line in there right now, right? Taurine got 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1,000 here. So how much? This says green coffee extra caffeine. So here all in total is 225 with two different sources. What is it on there? On yours, 100?
For coffee?
Just caffeine totaled up per scoop.
Well, per scoop, it's 100 per scoop. So this is the Pro Series, so it's 100 per scoop. So one serving is 100 milligrams, two servings, 200 milligrams.
This is 206.
It's weird to include the 6.
Green coffee extra caffeine, 206 milligrams. I mean, by technically speaking, they say if you want to really work in, have your caffeine do the job, it's 200 milligrams. But I mean, again, well, that depends on who you ask too, because Jordan Bishop will tell you that 100 is where it's at. And I can't say he's wrong based on his formula.
And on another off-topic, on-topic, because we're just using it as a side-by-side comparison, I've had some fans of the audience reach out to me recently, tell me they got orders of Glitch, whether it's starter kit to go out of tub, any little bit, but they use Code Teach. And you know what? I love you. I appreciate you. Enjoy you some Glitch.
So also, if you didn't notice, so I bought this just to try this out. You have a couple of samples coming to you, my man, along with the lemon drop and the blue raspberry for next episode whenever you get it. And a big fan of the show who's watched every single episode, he received a tub of the Smurf juice and he's sending you a couple of samples.
I know who it is. I'm surprised I haven't gotten them yet.
I mean, again, shipping from Tennessee is freaking weird, man.
Did you ever get a care package from Jordan Freshen Up?
I have not.
Okay, neither have I yet.
I ordered another couple of things from him. I got myself 2 starter kits. One's gonna be a giveaway. One for someone who won a giveaway from that show, and I got 2 tubs to try. So I know this has been delayed, but I do this Fazeberry comparison to this crap.
Again, different flavors. I mean, by how you're describing it, I'd rather go back to a Fazeberry can if I can still find one.
Berry Blast?
Fazeberry.
Well, it's reskinned to Berry Blast now.
Oh, yeah.
So it's essentially the same thing, just doesn't have the crappy Faze logo on there.
Yep.
Which, that's not a shot at Faze, but again, as far as decision making, as far as conspiracy, as far as the things that open your mouth, and by the way, sorry to Nick Merckx, but if you don't think that this doesn't market to kids, But if you think that your Sour Patch things do not, then I think you're full of shit. This is what it is. But personally, if we go by just the formula that they make this in, I actually get a flavor out of here. I actually taste the berries. Here, I just taste sweetener and something that's trying to get in. I have no idea if they made the cans too light. I think that's what happened ultimately. Well, I mean, this right here, this is a 3.5 star, and that's a fat 2.
Yeah, as I would say, a fat 2.
I know, that's why I said it. A fat 2. Oh, man.
As far as we know, and I think that's where Relly got his.
Yes,
Faze
I
at
got
GNC.
mine at GNC. Which, heck, I mean, I'm just kind of more of like, I still can't believe that I'm preferring powder over a ghost cannon. There's not many things that could top that. Like, I mean, like to me, I understand that if you go with the mango flavor they have, I understand that there's some flavors that could top that. Like the citrus can from Ghost, you could top that.
Easy. That
The
can was trash.
The Swedish fish from the Ghost,
Trash.
I'll prefer it in the Ghost car. Why? Because Right Demolish says it's garbage.
I mean, I'm honestly not a big Ghost guy. I don't drink many other cans. I don't ever care to go reach for it. It has that weird signature Ghost taste. I know you can come at me with pitchfork, but I still think Rain's orange cream's better than Ghost's orange cream.
I disagree, but that's me. That's one of the things that we will not agree with.
An unbiased podcast.
Yes. Now, again, we can't just go at each other's throats about which is good and which isn't. But again, there's been many things on this show that have been quite a surprise. Like, for instance, so I've been talking to somebody who just joined Advanced GG. I believe he's a partner manager. And it's been quite interesting talking to him lately. And it's just funny, like how some other flavors where it's like, I never thought I'd get you to like anything from Advanced GG ever at this point. Like some of the stuff where I'm just like, to me, it's good. And you're like, this is watered down crap.
I've not cared for their focus line. Their focus line has not tasted good to me. I like their hydration. I liked it a lot. But their focus line is very, very mid to me.
Well, not only that, but I mean, I tried some of the recommendations from Big Sin, and I'm sorry, but I mean, I have no idea what that guy likes and doesn't like, but one of the worst things that I've tried is anything cherry related from Advanced GG Focus. That is punishment. That is crime. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Now, to get into a segment we haven't gotten into in a little bit because of everything going on in the show recently.
We got to try this. Go to a Dollar Tree and find the orange Ripper can.
I can find one of those easy.
I might be able to find one. I haven't really paid attention. I thought all of them were the same. They're all freaking silver cans.
Little news time for everything going on in the caffeinated energy world, because there's small little updates with a bunch of companies right now, and I will start with the big hitter.
And
it has finally happened. I have preached about it for an entire year. I have wanted it back for an entire century. Many love it. Many can't live without it. GFuel finally is returning Peach Mango.
Let's go. Now, I think me and you could probably say Wide Stone Mountain take the greatest flavor in GFuel history, but we're just glad that it's back because, I mean, really, we've been asking for Peach Mango to be available since, I want to say, since the quarantine.
Here's my big thing, though, because I haven't bought GFuel since Shock came out with this flavor, and then prior to that, I haven't tried any like new flavor in probably 6 months. Before that, I will be buying this because I do have an old tub, an OG. I don't want to try them side by side. Because I feel like we're probably going to have a Teach Iced Tea and Lyrics 9 live situation.
You know, I didn't think about that, but I think it's plausible.
It's very plausible.
Where everyone's gonna say, "What the hell did you do? Why'd you make the 15 calorie taste like this?" And we're not a fan of it, and then we're just gonna discontinue it again.
I don't necessarily think that, but like with Teach Iced Tea, the reason why people loved it was because it had more of that authentic tea taste, and the peach was still there, and the peach was still good. But then when it came to like Lyric, the tea was really lackluster. The peach was heavy front. Some people love it, some people don't. Whatever your opinion is, may be. But a lot of people still want that original Teach Iced Tea because of the tea.
Yeah.
Also, here's another weird thought, and I just thought of it. How kind of odd is it that GFuel has hopped heavily into the mango train? And is that something that also led them to bring it back? Because you had Mango Explosion, you had Mango Lemonade, now we're getting Peach Mango back? Is it just because they were already focusing on so many mango flavors that they're like, you know what, we can bring it back. We know the formula, we have the science down on how to make mango again.
I mean, if you go by, all the mango flavors across the board, we had kiwi mango, which I think that's discontinued, unfortunately. We had Zitz juice.
Yep.
Had mango explosion, mango lemonade, peach mango going back. Also a ton of peach flavors, as Ty said. Ooh, hold up. Lyric is now a GFuel anymore?
We kind of knew this.
Oh, maybe it just went over my head. I actually thought that was still going on. So does that mean that essentially that flavor's up for grabs, is it not?
Could be. GFuel also showed off today the new Contra collector box, which is Mandarin Orange, which I hope they do well with that because orange and Mandarin Orange do taste similar but different.
I always wondered why there wasn't a lot of orange flavors available. I mean, orange is not bad, but why do people just not like it? Is it the artificial flavoring? I don't know.
Another, because we got a lot of little small tidbits to cover. Now it did sell out, but Advanced GG is hopping into the waifu shaker realm. They came out with their Kaijo shaker that sold out.
Nothing outlandishly booba, just a long-haired anime chick carrying a sword.
But on that same realm, you have Rogue Energy come out with their new Momo 2.0 waifu shaker. So companies have really started to realize that if you just put anime waifu, because that's the new hot trend, you'll sell and make bank.
Apparently so, and they actually had one before that. Right when we were doing starter kits, they actually had a creator make a anime girl shaker, and I'm not sure how fast it sold out. I mean, I got a lot of Rogue samples to try and waiting for things to happen. But I mean, good for Rogue, I guess. I mean, as far as the other energy drink companies, I mean, do I hate the trend? I mean, to a point. I mean,
it seems almost like a gimmick.
I understand, and yes, we hate gimmicks. We do. We say it every week. We hate gimmicks. We gotta just play fair and say we don't like this because it's a gimmick. But my big thing is, well, we have gamer simps. We got them that are buying $25 shakers, people buying like 20 of them and selling on eBay between $100 and $200. That to me is when it starts getting real gimmicky. And again, it's just as far as, the CEO is a controversial figure. And listen, I'm sorry, but I just think that they're the kings of sugar water, because that's exactly when I take a scoop and when I put it in the desired amount of water, I just taste sugar water. I'm sorry.
Same on the Rogue path. For all of our Rogue fans out there, Rogue just had their big restock, and their restock is with Blood Orange and Black Cherry. Hey. They have their Strawberry Bubblegum Hydration back.
That must have sold out on release then. I'm very surprised.
And their Rainbow Candy Hydration.
The Strawberry Bubblegum is starting to become a trend, and I'm not sure if I like that or not.
And in other news, that you can also save a little bit of money on if you do want to try it out, which I would highly recommend. Funny enough, but EMGG, who was once with GFuel, as some know, and they had their EMGG shaker, they've been a part of Glitch with the Y for some time. And Glitch just came out with a new EMGG Raspberry Lemonade Hydration, as well as they have their Blackberry Hydration, which I'm really hyped to try that one, and will. They have now come out with 2 new starter packs. Their gaming line is now in a starter pack, and the hydration is now in a starter pack. So if you don't want to try the Pro Series and you want to try the gaming series in their new line, which has had raving reviews so far, or any of their hydrations, there's now 2 new starter kits for Glitch with the Y, and you can also save with code TEACH. I think that's mostly it for caffeine news roundup. I haven't seen anything else new from any of the companies.
The Glitch Y, I'm really excited for the Blackberry Lemonade and the Cherry Limeade to be in a new formula, because I'm sorry, but that old formula of the hydration just was not it. Taste-wise, it was just not it. Do you remember trying it or not really?
Which one?
It was the old style of the Glitch hydration. There was
I
only
remember-
two. There was only 2 flavors. I only got to try one.
Which was the cherry limeade,
Yes.
which admittedly was kind of mid because it was there, but it wasn't fully there. But it was hydration. And hydrations are typically a little under flavored in a way. But I do remember trying that.
I didn't even think it was mid. I just flat out didn't think it was good. I don't know if it was just not for me, but one thing that I did notice in there is, for energy purposes, it didn't have caffeine, but it did have creatine.
Mm-hmm.
It did have creatine in there, and that most definitely affected the taste of that. So I'm glad that it's being reformulated again, and I'm very happy for EMGG finally getting flavor. I was actually in their stream recently, but just love that the starter kits are just back, man.
To round up caffeine news, GFuel did also release a few days ago their new Binding of Isaac Brimstone flavor. There was confirmation I got this morning that on Pi Day this month, 3/14, if you're a fan of Glad's Key Lime Pie, that will be making a big restock then. So get your wallets ready to pick up Key Lime Pie on Pi Day.
So hold on. Glad on Pi Day, which that's going to be about a week from now.
3/14.
Yes. So my thought is, and they do this every single year, I wonder what they're going to do with PewDiePie, because usually they make that his day.
Really?
Yeah, it's been like, hey, it's PewDiePie Day. So
yeah.
we have a restock on Lingonberry. Hey, you want some Yuzu Slash? Newsflash, most people don't. I mean, I don't remember when's the last time anyone's mentioned Yuzu Slash outside of somebody mixing it.
But that now rounds up caffeine news and all the new stuff coming out with your favorite companies.
Just let me just wrap up something else. So Freshen Up also has an orange flavor. It's called Tango Explosion. That just got released. It is not pre-ordered anymore. Also, we actually found out that our recent guest, the Angel of Death, just joined Carbon. That are the ones that made that flavor. I just found the news. I believe that was yesterday or today. So congrats to Angel on that one. Brit says 8th reskin of PewDiePie incoming for Pi Day.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
You know what would actually be kind of funny? Because it is going to be St. Patty's Day soon. Have you thought of maybe like it's PewDiePie's flavor, but instead of it being red, it's green? You know, for St. Patty's Day?
No, I have not thought of that once.
Not once?
Nope.
Well, I mean, right after Pi Day, you think St. Patty's Day.
I don't ever think that. I don't drink anymore, so.
I mean, I try not to, but I mean, at the end of the day, I always got a soft spot during the holiday because even though the Italians and the Irish fight, you know what I do as a guy? I'm not Irish, but I am Italian. I do like to go to myself to a good restaurant and just the corned beef and cabbage during those times of year. And heck, I've even gone to a place where the guys will actually dress up in kilts and play live music. It's always a good time by me
Wait,
celebrating St. Patty's Day.
corned beef and what?
Corned beef and cabbage.
Okay. Okay.
What did you think I said? Garbage?
No, no, no. You said it the right way. You said the exact way I thought you would say it. Cabbage.
Yes, it's the corned beef and cabbage and maybe a green
Cabbage.
beer. But really, I'm. Come on. Maybe I'm probably in not even a minority. It's probably just me. But if PewDiePie actually did something creative, like the only reason I thought about that is Brit's like, hey, we get another reskin of PewDiePie. Okay, give it a green skin and have it a green dive because it's March. That's the only place I was going with it.
Nope. Nope. I don't
Yeah,
overthink
maybe
us
I'm
getting
just
more
stretching.
PewDiePie.
Maybe I'm just reaching. Although I am curious about what you're gonna be what we're gonna be sampling soon because listen, I'm not saying that this is gonna be an X factor right here, but I always like it when a company does something different that nobody else has. Like for instance, the blue raspberry, I don't have any expectation for, and I just think it's a low expectation. Because outside the caffeine amount, if we go by taste, ooh, you did a blue raspberry. Whoop de freaking do. You want cookies? Okay, grab cookies. Lemon drop. Why lemon drop? These are the only two flavors that this company has right now.
They must be
What
fresh
makes them
off the
stand
market then.
It seems that way. And ironically, you know, because they're open to ambassadors and all that. And it's like the more you buy and the more people use your code, like you have points and you could earn things like a new mouse, new keyboard, an Xbox, all these other things. Like there's like YouTube videos on this stuff and everything. And I'm not saying that I'm going to try and get in contact with the guy and see if he's on the show. I mean, a guy could dream and always hear him out. But this is just another company where, okay, one, you've never heard of them. Number two, they have an ingredient where it's like, okay, obviously you're being manufactured at the same place. So what makes you different than everybody else?
Hot take, pre next week's show prediction, because if I do have the sample by then and we do try it by then, I feel like it's going to be like Glitch Eye. I have a feeling because they're a new company and how the flavor formula probably will be, it's gonna be like Glitch Eye to where it's just trash.
So you think that this is going to be the worst thing you've ever put in your mouth and I'm going to get whacked with a hammer?
No, I think Glitch Eyes could be the worst thing I ever put in my mouth, and then that could be above it.
Oh, Jesus, man. Now listen, we've tried some freaking garbage things on this show, but I mean, hey, at least, you know, even though I say this thing's bad, it's not going out the window.
Yeah, it's just mid.
Not even mid, just disappointing. Trust me, mid is middle of the line. Like, I could see that flavor is mid and I could still might be able to buy a tub. When everybody else says mid, they're like, get this garbage out of my face.
Nah, mid's just typically meaning for all right.
Everybody's grading labels are different. Oh, the pain. Although, for anybody that is still listening to this podcast, we just want to say thank you very much. Stay safe, happy, and well. I will do myself a favor to myself and everybody. I will do my best to try and get better. I am hurting royally right now, but just continue to use code TEACH in the Glitch checkout, and who knows, we might be doing a giveaway sometime soon about that. So with that being said, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay caffeinated. We love you, people. Take it easy.